Good evening, wrestling fans. Before we get to the AWL Battle Zone in the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area tonight for AWL Strong and Free, episode 36, I've got a few announcements I need to make. First of all, an announcement to you. Please subscribe, like, all that YouTube stuff. Leave a comment. Let me know you're out there. I love that. But we've got a couple of announcements regarding our season finale, AWL 400 in Tokyo Dome. And that's right, we are going back to the Dome. We do this every 100 episodes. However, something a little bit different this time. No, we're not separating the Japanese and the Canadian audiences. No way I could book the Rogers Center. I can't afford it. But we will be separating the show in another way. AWL 400 in Tokyo Dome will be a two-night affair. It'll be a two-video program. And that's because, as a culmination for everything we've been trying to do all season, the Joshi division is getting its own episode. All the Joshi titles will be either on the line or cashed in, and for the first time in the history of the Animated Wrestling League, there will be a Joshi division Batsumania match. And as always, the rules for the women are the same as the men. The two lowest win-loss ratios, that's number of wins minus number of losses, in both the Canadian and Japanese sides of the league, will compete against each other in an elimination four-way match, where the winner of each fall leaves the ring with their job intact, but the loser of the final fall, the third and final fall, is fired immediately. We wish them well in all their future endeavors, and they are gone. So there's going to be a scramble over the next few weeks for the Joshi division to make sure you stay above that bottom two threshold, that danger zone, as we call it. At the moment, other than Batsumania and the guarantee that all championships will either be defended or cashed in at the season finale, no matches have been announced. We look forward to giving you that news as soon as we have it. So stay tuned to the Animated Wrestling League and make sure you subscribe and enable notifications so that you never miss an episode, you never miss an announcement like this. And with that, we're going to take you to the Battle Zone in the Greater Toronto Area for AWL Strong and Free. Thanks.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from the realm of the yokai, accompanied by the manipulator representing Monster Union, the Serpentine Sensation, Hebitsukai.
Well, appropriately enough, this is a paint zone match. That means that both wrestlers in this contest are at the bottom of the win-loss records in AWL Strong and Free this season on the men's side. The men and the women are being evaluated separately, of course. Tanaka Kenichi, Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi, is already mathematically locked in the danger zone. However, Hebitsukai and his opponent tonight have the next two worst win-loss records. They are both tied at -4. Hebitsukai, 21 wins and 25 losses in his AWL career. His opponent tonight, 4 wins and 8 losses. It's RazorWyng, and that includes his time as Razor Hawk of Cyberhawks 2000, back during the active days of Chikara Pro, his time in the AWL as part of our talent exchange with Chikara. Unfortunately, some chickens or some hawks coming home to roost for RazorWyng.
And his opponent making his way to the ring from Cybertron, the flyest wrestler in the galaxy, RazorWyng.
Indeed, RazorWyng, flyest man in the galaxy, a victim of copyright infringement from WWE this past year, looking to save his opportunities here in the Animated Wrestling League. The winner of this match, not necessarily guaranteed to be in the danger zone, but will have a vastly steeper hill to climb to get out of it by Batsumania. 4 men will enter, 3 men will leave, 1 will leave forever. And wait a... Oh! Went for the Shinjidai Sunrise, but gets countered into a power slam by Hebitsukai. And Hebitsukai, he is incredibly athletic, a practitioner of the snake style, unbelievable body agency, as is traditional there. There's the snake bite! Top rope snake bite. He can hit that move out of absolutely any position in the ring, outside of the ring, mid-air, it does not matter. Hebitsukai looking to get himself up into the -3 position, which would also send RazorWyng down to -5 and make it very difficult for him to get out of trouble. Collar and elbow tie-up here, going for the vertical suplex, and drops. 10-minute time limit in this match, and of course in the event of the time limit draw, it's a push. No wins or losses awarded, it's a draw. Tonight in our main event, we have the world's... Oh, wait a minute, the snake venom! The Cobra Venom of Hebitsukai, Hebitsukai being Japanese for Cobra, of course. The cover is made for the 1, 2, but no! Perhaps the mesh of the mask absorbing some of that Cobra Venom, but you have to assume right now that RazorWyng is operating blind. And he's just kicking wildly, reaching for a limb. I think he was reaching for a leg. He got an arm and he went with it. Up, down, around. Stunner! Shades of one of his mentors, actually, in the Wrestle Factory. Cover for the 1, 2. Kick out. RazorWyng, since the end of Chikara, he has taken a new name. He's forged his own path. And we are looking forward to seeing what he does in the future, as long as he actually has a future in the AWL. Collar and elbow tie-up kick to the midsection, escape by Hebitsukai. The manipulator watching on, giving advice and counsel. And snake eyes, appropriately enough, from Hebitsukai. Climbs into the mount position. And I think the eyes of RazorWyng still have not cleared, but he manages to sneak out the back. So you can see him try to shake it off there. He goes for a neck breaker of his own, almost a snake bite of his own. Now, can he aim himself here? Kaka! Swanton Bomb. And I don't know who got the worst of that. But I do know that's another snake bite, and the referee's calling that a knockout. No need for the cover. Referee says TKO. Hebitsukai doesn't necessarily save himself, but gives himself some wiggle room.
Here is your winner, Hebitsukai.
And it looks like Monster Union is not going to lose one of their members, at least not tonight. Viva Monster Union. While we're not done with Monster Union tonight, the Manipulator will be back out at ringside for this tag team contest that is a Joshi Division Batsumania match, or a Danger Zone match. Wild Thing of... Ouch. Wild Thing of Monster Union is in the Danger Zone at the moment, as is Tormenta del Fuego. Tormenta del Fuego is mathematically locked. She will compete in Batsumania. But the next two highest at -8 and -6 are Wild Thing and Joya. So 3 members of the Danger Zone, 1 already mathematically locked in this match. So this is about, can Joya give herself some breathing room? Can Wild Thing take it to being 1 away from saving herself? Batsumania, the lowest win-loss ratios. That means wins minus losses. That's your win-loss ratio in the AWL. Tormenta del Fuego, unfortunately, 8 wins in her AWL career, but 28 losses. Only a 1 count on that exchange. -20 in the win-loss ratio. Joya at 19 and 25, -6. And it's things like that, misjudging the distance on the splash. That's why the Firestorm of Lucha Libre is in such trouble. Arm lock spine buster, powerbomb, not entirely sure what you'd call that, but the tag is made. Wild Thing, 22-30 in her AWL career. She's been with the Joshi division since the very beginning of the division. She was part of that four-way ladder match to determine the first ever Joshi champion back at the Golden War. I want to say that was 2018. Wait a minute. Ministerial suplex into a vertical suplex. Nice combination showing uncharacteristic strength. When we think of Joya, we think of like your standard high-flying luchadora, or things like that. The springboard Pele kick, or the handspring Pele kick, I should say. The Wild Thing just moving out of the way. And Neko Musume, not to leave her out, not doing too great either. 26-30, ratio of -4 in her AWL career. And the tag is made. Tormenta del Fuego. Looking to... She cannot save herself at this point. She's in Botchamania. Right now, she's scouting. Right now, she's looking at who are my opponents in this match going to be. One other person from AWL Strong and Free. Beautiful moonsault from the white rope. One other wrestler from AWL Strong and Free will join Tormenta del Fuego in the four-way Botchamania match at the season finale. It could be her own tag team partner, it could be Wild Thing, it could be Neko Musume. Heck, Edith Carril, not that far from the danger zone as well, as I'm looking at my little spreadsheet of the win-loss records here. I wonder if there's a way I could post the spreadsheet, if I could post some of the data here, I don't know. Tag is made to Neko Musume, 26-30. With 11:45 left on the clock, 15-minute time limit in this non-title tag team match. Of course, we will have a championship tag team match, 30-minute time limit, a little bit later tonight. Cat Scratch Fever by Neko Musume looking to put a 21st loss on the win-loss ratio. That should be a 29th career loss. Tag made, in comes Wild Thing. Now, if she wins this, remember, it's a win and a loss for both members of the tag team. So if Wild Thing can pick up the victory, or for that matter, if Neko Musume can pick up the victory, that will bring Wild Thing and Joya level at -7 in the win-loss ratio. So we would have to have a one-on-one contest between the two, presumably next week, but I don't know, sometime between now and the finale, to determine who goes into Botchamania. And there's a jewel cutter, and both women, after hearing the announcement at the beginning of the show, that was actually a surprise to the wrestlers. We did not announce that to the locker room before we started. With the announcement that Botchamania is now in play in the Joshi division, we have parity of the genders here. Going up, going around. For the code red. Maybe looking for the 5. No! Spinning high leg lariat. Looking for maybe the fireball punch. There it is. Fireball punch, knocking a Wild Thing out of the corner. And a bulldog to the kitty cat.
Five minutes have elapsed. 10 remain.
A nice counter to whatever Tormenta del Fuego was thinking there. Wild Thing, the hardcore furry, the lethal lycanthrope. The collar and elbow. Oh, wait a minute. The Hurricane Rana countered into a raw powerbomb. That is raw power. It's a powerbomb. I'll call it a raw powerbomb, and you can't stop me. Hard whip down to the mat. Tormenta del Fuego. Maybe the threat of Botchamania is, no pun intended, lighting a fire under the firestorm. She's going to be looking for Isatsuwaza, her variation of one of the most dangerous moves in all of professional wrestling. Isatsuwaza, Burning the Hammer! Burning Hammer for the 1, 2, 3, and that's it. The ladies of Lucha pick up their first tag team win of the season. Take a look at some of that action. The Jewel Cutter on Wild Thing. I'd hate to lose a division original like her, but it's possible. Fireball punch, followed up by the Burning Hammer.
Here are your winners, the ladies of Lucha!
That's not going to help much in the tag team division, but that is a moral victory. Why is this happening? Who allowed this? These kids are stupid. Oh, well, at least this will be quick.
The following Trios contest is scheduled for one fall already in the ring. AWL trainees number 17, 64, and 102. And their opponents making their way to the ring. From the pay window, the Trios combination of Max Smashmaster, Blaster, Big Massive, and their exalted leader, Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi. Together they are the Devastation Corporation.
Continuing our conversation about the danger zone, Tanaka Kenichi already mathematically lost, but he has been a fiend in the Boxmania match for years. He's currently the worst win-loss record in the AWL, 57 wins, 94 losses, ratio of -37. But once again, he's hired a couple of heavies to help him clock up easy wins in tag team matches, now trios matches. But I would point out that Max Smashmaster and Blaster McMassive also looking for their first sanctioned victories in the AWL. They've been in a lot of fights and they've hurt a lot of people, but they have yet to actually win a wrestling match. Well, we've got 3 trainees from the dojo being given some ring time, those masks to obscure their identity so they don't get embarrassed by this in the future. And, I mean, these kids are good. They've gone through most of the training regime set up by the original AWL champion, Dragon, in our AWL dojo. And we do actually now have a branch of the dojo here in Canada that we just recently opened up. And Dragon's still in charge of the training regimen on both sides of the Pacific Ocean. But this is going to be quick. It's a 15-minute time limit match, but this isn't going to go more than 2 or 3 at most. Depends on how much. Oh no. Smashmaster with a huge murder drop. That is attempted murder. Good grief. It's like a cat playing with his toys. And now that the damage has been done, Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi comes in. Wait a minute. The student attempting a DDT. Okay, if you're getting out-wrestled, if you're getting counter-wrestled by Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi, you are not done with your training yet. Wait a minute. Oh! Not the full variation of the knee got to street cutter, but it's probably enough. Lateral press, no hook of the leg, but this is a trios match. And I know that Dragon will have trained all of these kids on the rules of trios matches, watching out for your opponent. Over the top rope, down to the floor goes, I believe that was that 102? I think so. I don't even know their numbers. They have names. Dragon does refer to them by their names, but we don't use their names in these kind of matches. We use their student numbers because, again, when these guys graduate, when they have their graduation matches, become full members of the AWL roster, assuming they get that far in their training, we want them to have a clean slate when they come in. Now, the trainees do not have win-loss records because they're not full members of the roster, but the Devastation Corporation absolutely do. Drop kick to the shoulder blades there, and a well-executed drop kick as well, as we would expect of students from the AWL Dojo program. Tag made, And a Desperation tag on the other side as well. And this match is about to hit the 3-minute mark, which I was not expecting. Max Smashmaster in the ring, looking to do a little bit more damage to hurt these kids. And I don't know why this was agreed to. I've got to assume that Dragon has signed off on this. These sort of young Dragon matches that we used to call them, these trainee matches. I'll go Power Slam. Tag is made, and now Blaster McMassive, also known as Mr. Thomas, in MLW on his days off here, not working for Tanaka Kenichi or Sydney Bacabella. He works with the Bamaye Fight Club in MLW. And that's nice. It's good that he's having that. I don't know. What was he just grabbing on there? Wait a minute. Wrapping him up. That's an Anaconda Vice. That is a significant submission hold. That was good. Hang on, we're about to hit the 4-minute mark of this. At which point is it no longer a squash match? What's the rules on that? Tag is made, diving, Desperation, hot tag on the other side. And this is basically 2-on-3 now. I think the Devastation Corporation starting to realize that our training program here in the Animated Wrestling League is no joke. That these kids know what they're doing, but look, the drop kick doesn't take the big man off his feet. But the backcracker certainly does, and now going for at least what he can manage of a Jujigata mount. And we have to expect a certain level of botching, we have to expect a certain level of mistimed or misexecuted technique from these young kids. And you notice how this particular trainee is sort of having trouble finding his position. He keeps scrambling around, looking for the hold that he wants rather than the hold that's available.
5 minutes have elapsed. 10 remain.
Just right there. He should have gone for a leg hold after that takedown, but he decides to sort of wiggle around to the front of his opponent and try and grab whatever kind of move he was thinking of, and he winds up with nothing. Good defense there. Got the arms up, the block there. Not even able to move the massive Max Smashmaster. Into the corner here. Max Smashmaster coming back to professional wrestling recently after overcoming some serious health problems. And as much of an annoying dick as he is, we're happy to have him. We're happy to have him here. We're happy that he's able to continue his career. We'd also like to thank. Well, I'm not going to thank anybody on this one, but Blaster McMassive making room in his schedule, and a Hurricane Rana taking down Blaster McFrickin' Massive, and he is too. Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi paying off Sydney Bacabella, the manager and business leader, I suppose, of the Devastation Corporation, the CEO of the Devastation Corporation. I don't know. To basically franchise DevCorp out to Canada, with Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi as the exalted leader we're now apparently contractually required to call him. Sometimes I hate my job. Jackknife Powerbomb dives into the cover, and that's it. 1, 2, 3. What? Okay, this kid literally has not earned his face, and he just kicked out of a Jackknife Powerbomb by Blaster McMassive. And notice how McMassive now not going for another pin. He just wants to hurt this kid, but the kid is fighting back. Well-placed elbows. Notice that none of these trainees are wearing elbow pads, so that's just bone on stomach. Stack of something. And Blaster McMassive getting cocky and stupid. I think he does realize the tag was made. And into that very casual cover, but easy enough for even a trainee to break up, although said trainee is going to hurt as a result. Oh man, look at that baby boy suplex to the guy who's not even legal. The Devastation Corporation, living up to their name here, they've wiped these kids out. And it's good for them that we do not have an excesivo de castigo rule here in the AWL, because at this point they should have just ended it. Oh, wait a minute. That's what this is about. They're not allowed to end the match. This guy does. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi really sucks at this, doesn't he? I mean, Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi, he didn't go through the AWL dojo system. He was a part of the AWL before the dojo was even... Ooh, tandem offense! Before the dojo was even established. Oddly enough, we did send... This was way back, I think, Season 3, maybe Season 4 of the AWL. We sent Tanaka Kenichi to the Wrestle Factory for like an off-season refresher course, crash course. Didn't do him a damn bit of good, but... Big boot right to the head, with a little bit of a pull on the arm to sort of add some extra momentum to the boot. Smart wrestling by our trainees here. The quick tags in and out. And again, just go for the leg hold. Don't go for... You don't need to stomp at the head like that. Grab a submission. As soon as I speak, he goes for a label lock. And Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi having trouble breaking it. It takes him a couple of tries, but he does so. We've got like 4 or 5 guys in the ring now. Cover 1. This could be the upset of the millennium. While it is true... Ooh, somebody bleeding on the outside. While it is true that the Devastation Corporation have yet to pick up actual victories in the AWL, Thug Life, and here, Blaster with massive win at 2. Blaster having to break up the cover once again. This is a wrestling match.
10 minutes have elapsed. 5 remain.
These kids have stayed 10 minutes with former Tag World Grand Prix winners, former King of Trios winners, former Campeonatos de Parejas. And it's not, I don't think it's entirely Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi's fault for dragging them down. This is incredible. Up, down, collapse. And Max Smashmaster, we've seen him do this. No one believes he can. Swanton Bomb. No! Even with some actual good defense or counter defense from Tanaka Kenichi with that lariat. And again, if you can be out-wrestled by Tanaka Kenichi, you have not finished your schooling. There's only 4 minutes left in this. Man, if these kids could even pull a draw here, that's going to put them all at the top of the class. We may have a 3-way graduation match between now and season finale. I would not put it past Dragon to be that impressed by a draw or, maybe even a victory here. And once again, the partner breaks up that spinning side slam. Going for the bulldog. Oh, DDT! I thought he was going to go for a Quebradora into the bulldog, and that was actually a DDT switch up, and I don't think Blaster saw that coming. Oh! Discus elbow snap, or discus forearm. DDT countered into a big back body drop.
3 minutes remaining.
Dragon screw, and he's got the big man off his feet. This could go to a draw. They could get a draw here. And that would cost Thug Life Tanaka Kenichi the ill-gotten win that he's going to need next season to try and save his ass. He's tried to resurrect ancient championships from sadly defunct martial arts leagues. He's hired giant minions to help him out. And he still cannot escape Batsu Mania. We're looking for a tag. Oh, come on, Blaster McMassive. posing for the crowd, still underestimating these kids. After a 13-minute match, but a clear rope break, bad ring positioning. That's the low IQ. That's the rookie mistake. And I will give some credit to
2 minutes remaining.
And credit to the trainees. They have not been using any kind of twin magic here. Standing star press countered by the knees to the stomach. Blaster McMassive is done with this. Side slam into the cover. That kid has no idea where the hell he is. He's so close to the ropes, but it doesn't matter. The Devastation Corporation finally, after damn near 14 minutes, pick up a victory.
Here are your winners, the Devastation Corporation.
That should not have gone anywhere near as long as it did. But victory for the Dev Corp, one way or the other. We're looking for a new member in the top 4 of the Joshi division. On a night where we have focused on failure on the bottom of the rankings, we're going to start our semifinal match with a former AWL Joshi champion and the winner of the Contractual Obligation Rumble 2023. And first, the latter of those 2 accomplishments.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. And it is a fight for 4. Introducing first, making their way to the ring from the wasteland. They are one half of the Princess Tag Team Champions, Max the Impaler.
Whether you call them the non-binary nightmare, or the warrior from the wasteland, or that very strange-looking person, learn the dark art from the sinister minister Jim Mitchell over in NWA Power. They have expanded their reach to Tokyo Joshi Pro, becoming Princess Tag Team Champion, and here in Canada, the AWL Strong and Free. A lot of these wrestlers putting in a lot of frequent flyer miles in order to be part of the AWL. However, all of these mind games, all of this admittedly very creepy entrance, not going to faze their opponent tonight. An original of the AWL Joshi division, the final Global Wrestling Monopoly Divas Champion, the 12th and 15th AWL Joshi Champion, and a very, very tough woman.
And their opponent, making her way to the ring from the Isle of the Mosquito, the modern-day Amazon, Athena J. Yeah, indeed, yeah.
Perfect timing by whoever yelled that. While she doesn't have the smoke and the mirrors and too many explosions, she has some pyro, but the modern-day Amazon, Athena Jane, she prefers a simple tour of her kingdom. She prefers to stalk her prey. One lap around that 20 by 20 foot AWL wrestling ring, and she knows exactly where her battlefield has been laid. Our only Greek national in AWL history. She has been, again, with the Animated Wrestling League since the very beginning of the Joshi division. And now she's looking for an opportunity to perhaps challenge for the title at the season finale, our first ever all Joshi episode, our first ever all Joshi night of action here in the Animated Wrestling League. 10 minutes on the clock, and the first move is a huge delayed vertical suplex to Max the Impaler, making their way back to a vertical base. as Athena Jane trying to use her less than usual height, weight, and power advantage over Max the Impaler. The winner of this match joins the AWL Best Four, and unless a contender's title is... Oh, nice counter! And unless a contender's title is cashed in, nobody outside of the Best Four gets to challenge for the AWL Joshi Championship. So this is quite literally your door. This fight for four is your gateway into the title picture here in the Animated Wrestling League. Max the Impaler finally trying to return things here, going for a powerbomb, I think. Yep. Oh, a hard powerbomb. Extra oomph on that one. And we're only about a minute into the contest. The fans here not big fans of Athena Jane, but Athena Jane just too big, too heavy for Max the Impaler to hit that fall-away slam that they're trying to do. But a DDT, that they can make work. And Lariat, swing and a miss. Max the Impaler looking to take advantage. Downward spiral. Max the Impaler kick to the midsection, looking for maybe another powerbomb. Yes, they are spinning. Tornado powerbomb. Stid out version. And that's it. 1 minute and 43 seconds, the time of the fall.
Here is your winner, Max the Impaler!
Lady Smooth Jessica Kidd barely beat Max the Impaler when they made their first challenge to the Joshi Championship. I don't know if Usa-chan can do the same. Main event time, gold on the line. The last title defense in Canada this season for the World's Tag Team Championship.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall, one submission or a knockout to decide the winner, and it is for the Animated Wrestling League World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers, finding out of the center of the sun and the tails of Stinman. The tag team combination of Raigan Odeshi, Eruption Stolar, and The Rock. Check the spelling. Together they are RazorWyng.
These two have been holding on to their AWL World's Tag Team title opportunity ever since the Forge the Four tournament. They finally get their shot, and they know they will not get another one this season, and their win-loss record is not good enough this season to get them into next season's Forge the Four tournament. Meaning this is all or nothing for this tag team. You're hearing those words, Tsubite Jigoku Hakase no Tameni, all for Dr. Jigoku, and there he is, the bad doctor.
And their opponents. They are the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League World's Tag Team Champions. Tonight, making their first title defense, accompanied by their creator, Dr. Jigoku, fighting out of the laboratory, the tag team combination of Project Tetsu 3.0 and Jigoku Destroy. Together they are the Augments.
Well, the Augments, the men, the male Augments, the male presenting Augments, I should say, with the AWL World's Tag Team titles around their waists. And we believe that the female presenting Augments will be getting an opportunity at the Joshi Tag Team titles. We don't know when or where that match will take place. There's been speculation it will happen at the season finale, but that has not been officially announced. We hope to have some official match announcements over the next couple of episodes. And there it is, the oldest active title in the Animated Wrestling League on the line in your main event tonight.
This is an officially sanctioned World's Tag Team Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL official Marcus Papaganoush in charge.
As Marcus of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family takes the World's Tag Team title belts, holds them up, this crowd is ready to explode. They know this is their last opportunity to see a tag team title change in Canada this season. And we have no idea what the future holds. 30 minutes on the clock, bang a gong, we are on, and it's going to be The Rock and Project Tetsu. Good dodge there by The Rock to start us off, avoiding that thrust, and the Tachiai going to The Rock. And he's got his opponents literally on the ropes in the first 12 seconds of this up to 30-minute time limit one fall match. This is not Iron Man rules. I don't think we've ever done it. We've never done a 60-minute Iron Man match in the AWL. I don't remember the last time we did a 30. I'm sure it's happened. I'd have to go back in the archives. But a kick right to the legs there, trying to keep The Rock off of his feet, and that's actually a pretty good strategy. And I'm sure Dr. Jigoku programmed that strategy into them. These two used to be human beings, they're now cyborgs. We know that Project Tetsu was a washout of the AWL dojo before being augmented and made superior, in his opinion, by Dr. Jigoku. As The Rock tags in one of the last students of Jushin Thunder Liger during his active wrestling career. That's why we call him a disciple of Liger, Raiga no Deshi. And he has been bequeathed the Romero special that he likes to use as a signature submission hold. And of course his own signature move, the Supernova. The man from the center of the sun, the solar flare of Lucha Libre, Eruption Solar. Taking a look here at the win-loss record on the tag team side of things. Hang on. The SolarWyngs 1-3 this season. They're kind of coasting off their laurels from the Forge to 4 tournament. The Augments undefeated, 4-0 in this season of the Animated Wrestling League. Eruption Solar personally 43-42 in his AWL career. Pretty balanced, I would say. However, Project Tetsu 3.0, 86-56, ratio of plus 30, one of the top win-loss records in the division. In fact, the number 2 win-loss record in AWL Strong and Free between any gender. The only one above him is his tag team partner, Jigoku Destroy, and a cover by Project Tetsu and Eruption Solar. 1, 2, kick out. Eruption Solar showing guts and determination very early in the contest. Sidewalk slam by the Iron Project. That's what Tetsu means. It means iron. The tag made to Jigoku Destroy, one of only 2 members of the 100 Win Club here in AWL Strong and Free. The other being the Arab American Dream, Hassan. But Jigoku, most wins and the best win-loss ratio in Canada in this league. 126 wins, 68 losses. Deadlift, gut wrench, overhead release, suplex. He's been picking him up, putting him down, and making it hurt ever since Season 2 of the AWL. This is his 19th season with the league. He's only 1 generation shy of being a Season 0 original. DDT! As Eruption Solar has done a pretty good job isolating Jigoku Destroy on the wrong side of the ring, but the Augment fixes that and makes the tag. And I think Eruption Solar, he needs a little more power here. He needs to make a tag to The Rock in order to say, Tetsu Driver, Isatsuwaza! Tetsu Driver! This could be a very short match. Can The Rock break it up? 1, 2, no he cannot. No, wait a minute! Eruption Solar just barely kicking out of the Tetsu Driver. And the machine, the mechanical man, not fazed by having his finishing hold kicked out of, gets right back into the action. As The Rock finally returns to the corner after being knocked to the floor by Jigoku Destroy, Project Tetsu, I don't know what he's doing right now. He does have this, he's old technology. The Dean of the Active Augments, the longest serving member of the faction. Collar and elbow tie-up kick to the midsection. A bit of a twist. And this is good, trying to manipulate his opponent to the neutral corner. Long way to go for an arm drag, but it does work. And it keeps Jigoku Destroy away from his tag team partner. Around the world, lap of the sun.
5 minutes have elapsed. 25 remain.
And a good strategic choice, not going for a cover on that sunset flip powerbomb, but instead making the tag for The Rock with the knee DT. And wait a minute, quick tags in and out here, maybe hoping to confuse the processors of the Iron Project. I don't know, stomp right to the elbow. Hard shot here by Jigoku, by Dr. Jigoku's creation, up and down. Project Tetsu's been rebuilt and re-upgraded so many times. The Iron Crab, the Tetsukani. I remember when, oh wow, that is deep. The Rock needs to break that up and break that up quick, and he does so. But he can't stay too long in the ring. 1, 2. I remember, good lord, I remember when Project Tetsu was created to be a counterpoint, an evil counterpart to Gamba, the Japanese megastar. That was before Gamba became his own evil counterpart, Gamba Hishi Dark. Tag made, in comes The Rock. And going for a Spinebuster. That could be a setup for the Hitabita no Moonsaruto, and he does not go for that. 1, 2. I don't think The Rock thought that he could win the match on that hold, on that move, but every time you make your opponent kick out, you're making them use energy. And here we go. Stoop. Oh, what did he counter? The Iron Project just found a counter to the Supernova. I don't think I've ever seen that before. He shifted his weight and turned it into a lariat. He turned, actually, no, didn't move the arm, turned it into a clothesline. And now Jigoku Destroy. Oh, wow. And look at what's left of Eruption Solar. Folded up like an accordion on the hat-trick suplex. And into the cover here, 1. Broken up, and that's good because Eruption Solar barely showing any intelligent defense right now. I think that lariat on the Supernova knocked him loopy. He could have a concussion. We're going to put him through protocol when the match finishes. But look on the outside, a leg drop to The Rock on the outside by the Iron Project. You can see that in the background there. Jigoku destroys Snake Eyes in the Augment corner. The Rock is occupied, and the smaller, more damaged member of the team being taken apart by Jigoku Destroy. He's thinking, oh no, look at this. Oh God, all the way up from the stealing of the battle zone. Turns him over. 1, 2, there's no help coming. And the Augments retain. And is that it for the Solar Wing?
Here are your winners, and still Animated Wrestling League World's Tag Team Champions, the Augments.
Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Please stay tuned to the Animated Wrestling League. Please subscribe. Korede, Kamarida.